Ravi Uduwela, by your side. By your side, Ravi Uduwela.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
One joyful June, my wife and I arrived in Hawaii for our honeymoon. Blue skies, big waves, and the beach bustling with water sports. My wife, overrating my abilities, gave me her first marriage challenge. Honey, be my hero. Go parasailing. Parasailing? It's where I have to tie myself to a parachute that's tied to a speedboat. When the boat speeds into the deep sea, I go high in the sky. Friends, you may fear heights, you may fear drowning, but I feared both. I was struggling to reach heights in everything I tried in my life, even as a speaker. Have you struggled to reach heights? While I was drowning in fear, walking towards us was a tall, muscular man. He said, "I'm John, the parasailing guide here." I said, "I'm Ravi, the husband here." With a smile, John said, "I help husbands go high in the sky," and asked me a profound question. Will you go alone, or will you go with a guide by your side? What would you have done? Heart pounding, palms sweating, I turned to my wife and I remembered how much I boasted to her before our marriage. How brave I was, how bold I was. I didn't want to look weak because my ego didn't allow me to. So guess what I told John? I'll go alone. I started tying myself to the parachute. Believe me, it felt scarier than tying the knot. Soon, the boat sped into the deep sea, and it was a smooth takeoff. Why did I need John? On the way up, the boat took a sharp turn. The parachute shook. I looked down at my wife, and she sent me a flying kiss. Further up, the wind was so strong, the parachute began to spin out of control. I wish I had John by my side. Seeing the struggle in the sky, the boat slowed and got back to the shore. And I came falling down, splashing into the shallow waters. My wife rushed, John rushed, and he said just one word to me: crazy. My wife looked at John. How dare you say something about my husband that I just found out? Have you ever come falling down on your way up? Were your challenges so sharp, so strong? I fell from being newly married to being barely married. Walking back to a hotel at sunset, I felt like a mere shadow of the man my wife imagined. I told her I'm sorry. I couldn't be your hero. She held my hand tight and said, "I know you want to look strong, but real strength is knowing when to go with a guide by your side." After a honeymoon, I reflected on those words. Go with a guide by your side. And I realized some journeys can be traveled alone. And some heights can be reached alone. How do wives always get it right? And ever since, in my life's journeys, I chose to go with a guide. As a man who struggled to dream big, I'm now guided by a life coach who helped me dream of great heights. As a speaker who struggled alone for years, I'm now guided by a mentor who helped me stand here today. And as a husband, I'm guided by my wife. She made me parasail again last year, but this time I chose to go with a guide. We were soaring high in the sky. I looked down at my wife and sent her a flying kiss. Friends, in your life, maybe you're seeking heights in your career, maybe as a leader, maybe you're chasing a dream that's dear to your heart. Are you going alone? Or are you going with a guide by your side? Go with a guide by your side. Can be a coach, teacher, trainer, mentor, or even a loved one. Because how high you'll rise in life depends on who you choose to have by your side.